What happened with... She's not coming? Didn't she get a flight?
I guess she didn't book it.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after. All right. You don't have... We don't want low Matt on the... Matt, you want some...
No, I...
Okay, rolling.
Can I say...
jeez.
I'm done with... I'm just going to be single for a while.
Okay.
I'm done with all these girls. No one... It's so complicated, dude.
Yeah.
Can you just get a text back? Like, I'd be fine if some girl just said, "Hey, Matt, you're great. You're okay. You're a little too much for me, to be honest. You know, at first, I had a nice time, but I don't think I want to see you again." Great. Then I can just relax. This takes 3 days to respond to a text. Just like playing these games, dude. I'm losing sleep. I woke up. I didn't sleep last night.
I believe you.
I literally wake up in the middle of the night looking at my phone for a text. It's. I don't.
You gotta go down south, Matt. Everything's better down south.
I think I'm pretty close to just, you know what? I'm just gonna be single.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go to the gym, slam weights, just be angry.
But you are single.
But yeah, not by choice.
Yes.
You know.
now it's by choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the Movie Mob Podcast, episode 13. We're back here, joined as always by Matt, but we got a special guest today. Back in, well, actually, no, you've never been in the studio. We got Sam Reed coming in here.
I feel better looking across and seeing Sam's face.
This is a first.
I'm at ease.
Broniger's gone. He's in Seattle. Now we got Sam here.
Dude, why does
Love you,
everyone that you touch move away from this
It's
state?
fair.
Max.
Yeah,
It's a good
like
state.
what?
I got to get out of here.
I mean,
too,
I
though,
just
at
met
some point.
Sam, so I don't know if I like him 100%. Yeah, no offense to you, but like I liked Max. He was a good kid. Met him for like an hour. He was like, "Yeah, it's my last day here." I'm like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
It's good. I give you previews, and then you can't. It's like you can't see the movie.
A preview to a movie that never gets never comes out.
You're giving people blue balls.
Yep.
You know?
RJ, king of the blue balls.
King of the blue balls.
Full belly, empty balls. Oh, speaking of, where the hell's Barrasso been?
Yeah, that's true. He's back in school.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
He's working.
We'll get him in here soon.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Sam, just make sure that you pull that up nice and close. There you go. When you're talking, you know.
There you
that's
go.
all, yeah, okay.
But yeah, we got a 3-person one today. I'm pretty excited about it. I get
No problem. No problem,
it's
guys.
just like,
Shutting down. That's fine.
we gotta force him today.
Yeah. We didn't have a ton of topics. This was going to be a solely Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings podcast, but actually some new images came out here. First move topic, bump, ba-doop, beep, bop. All right.
Didn't we used to have music, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't know.
God. Yeah, but
I'm doing the music.
Yeah, that's why I took it off.
effects guy.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Last time I did the Melee theme. It's good.
I like that one.
Yep.
Anyway, our first topic today, Babylon. Not the ancient civilization. It's a movie starring Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, and Tobey Maguire. I like that cast.
Oh,
Look at Toby.
Geez.
He's coming back. So this is first look. Movie's been in development for a few years now. Damien Chazelle, director of La La Land, Whiplash, First Man. This is his next film. No trailer yet, but we got some images here. It takes place in Hollywood in the 1920s.
Okay.
It looks pretty fun.
Looks like they're having a fun time.
I mean, I get the Great Gatsby vibes, 1920s, like very flamboyant.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be like, drugs, the party, all this stuff.
I'm very excited to see Toby back, though. The return of Tobey Maguire.
Was that him in the second
Yeah,
photo?
no, the third one, yeah.
This
There's
is Brad Pitt, and then we got Toby over here.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
he's looking crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I could give a fuck about Toby. I know you love Toby.
Oh, wow.
Who do you
Yeah.
love? Who do you love?
I mean, I'm there for Margot Robbie
And Brad.
and Brad
Yeah.
and Brad.
Come on.
Those are the big two.
And so I'm assuming, that's got to be Margot in the middle there,
Yeah.
up and being held up like a concert.
Look at Brad, though, with the stash.
No, he's looking smooth.
He looks good. He fits that 20s
yeah, he's
vibe.
looking slick.
He looks like Giuseppe.
Yeah, yeah. But, I mean, I'm excited. I love La La Land. I liked. I actually haven't seen Whiplash, but I saw First Man. Good movie.
Whiplash is phenomenal.
Yeah, everyone tells me it's good. Haven't you seen it? The
Whiplash?
drummer movie?
No, I
No,
haven't.
you
Miles
haven't?
Teller.
No.
I hear good things. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I don't really know too much story-wise. I just know where it's set. I'm going to go in dry though. You know, I don't want to know too much. They got me with the cast. I'm going in. Are you guys interested?
I mean, I would be. It
Okay.
depends what kind of movie it is.
Mhm.
Do we know the genre?
I mean, it's got to be some drama,
Okay.
you know? That's what Damien does.
Am I interested? Not really.
Okay.
Will I watch it? Probably not.
Okay.
But if you say, Matt, you want to go one night, I don't have much going on. Maybe it's a Tuesday, half off. Possibly.
You might do it. Good reviews.
Yeah.
And
there
good
you go.
rumblings.
Maybe I like the trailer, maybe.
Yes. The trailer's key for Matt.
This is
What
gonna
if what if there's naked Margot Robbie?
I'll be there.
Yep. There it is. There
I don't
it
think
is.
we've seen that since Wolf of Wall Street. So.
Yeah,
I
there's a
mean-
lot of it in Wolf of
Yeah.
Wall Street, though.
I mean, listen, you give me like a good shot of her like walking through the room in a nice dress in the trailer.
Yep.
Can do a lot for my chances of seeing the movie.
See, this is my thing. I feel like the trailer is going to change your mind so hardcore because
yeah.
this looks like a movie where. Can I? Sorry, go ahead. You do your thing.
I know what you're saying. Like, you can
I'm
kind of
the
picture the trailer.
fourth person that don't really exist. Just make the show happen. No big deal, though. That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
I hope this is like a better Great Gatsby. Like the Baz Luhrmann one. I don't like the Baz Luhrmann one.
Can I tell you why I like the 20s?
Yeah.
It was a time in American history. If you think about drugs, alcohol, vandalism, partying, it's a very young person, late teens,
Yeah.
early 20s way to live. Early, like late age-wise, late teens, early 20s way to live.
Mm-hmm.
In the 1920s, because alcohol was illegal, it was an every person way to live.
Yeah.
It was like everyone goes into someone's basement and just parties the hell out of everything
Yep.
until they can't see straight. And then they stumble home and act as though they didn't do that the night before, the next
Yeah.
day at work. It's the coolest thing in the world. It's like not that drinking and drugs are the coolest thing in the world.
I was gonna say.
But like it's the idea of like I don't know. You know those kids that like smoke weed like with their parents?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like everybody knows
Gillen.
one.
Sure.
Right? Or more than one. But you know what I mean.
Dylan.
And then there's like if you don't, you're like looking at it like that's got to be an interesting dynamic between
Yeah.
you and your dad or whatever it is, you know?
Oh, it's cool.
This is like this is what everybody was like back then.
Yeah.
Alcohol was illegal. So
Prohibition.
like oh dude. You go underneath the downstairs of like some funeral parlor
Yep.
and there's like a speakeasy down there
All
just
the
like
yellow
so,
lights. Yeah.
so interesting, dude. Such
Yeah.
a cool time.
It's
to
a
be
perfect
alive.
time. It's a perfect time for like movies.
I love it.
So much visual like flair
Yeah,
in it
that's
and
a good-
stuff. Yeah.
the
So
lighting.
I'm excited. I mean, I'm in.
No, you're right. This is like because I don't really know anything about this.
Yeah.
So for me, like the trailer is going to be like important. Like if I see the trailer and I really like it, like I would.
Yeah.
See it.
I mean, I don't think it's a musical, even though La La Land was a musical. But
Yeah.
No, there's gonna be music in it though.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
huge-
It's a silent film. Yeah. How you doing?
RJ's in rare form today. That's fine.
I just
because
had a
thought
Red
that-
Bull.
I just
Gives
figured,
you wings.
Figured
all
my
right?
story before you came in would have kind of got you in the mood of like, oh, Nick's in rare form too. But that's fine. RJ wants to duke it out. Let's duke it out.
Anyway, our next topic here, after we look at Toby, Miguel Sapochnik.
whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, Matt didn't hear about this?
I don't
He,
know anything, dude.
Yeah, so this came out a few days ago. So obviously, The House of Dragon, huge success. Miguel is one of the co-executive producers with George R.R. and what's his name here, Ryan, I
Eh,
think.
we don't
Ryan
care
J. Condal. No, we're gonna get to it.
Okay.
So he's stepping down going forward after season 1. He's stepping off.
Okay.
And it's basically just going to be George R. R. Martin and Ryan J. Condal who are going to take it from there.
Okay.
Alan Taylor, who was one of the directors of Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
he did a lot of great episodes. He's going to step in the director role, so he's going to direct a few episodes that he probably would have, which is good. But he basically just said that he had been working on the show for 3 years. He'd worked on Game of Thrones, and he was kind of just like
Done with it.
tired. And he's a director, so I mean, he probably wants to do other projects. And I personally, I don't see it as anything more than that. But it's a shame that he's leaving.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, because you associate the best episodes of Game of Thrones, especially those big, battle episodes. Like,
Battle of the Bastards.
I mean, he did The Watchers on the Wall. He did that one too, right?
Yeah, I think so. He does all the battle ones.
So,
yeah.
like, in his track record is great. So, I mean, it's a loss. But like you said, it won't have like anything to do with really the story.
yeah, I think in terms of the writing process, it's all George and
Yeah.
Ryan Condal. If you watch the inside the episodes after, he's the one talking a lot.
I think they'll be fine, but it will be interesting to see like season 2, like in those battle scenes, like does it look, like
does it look as
choreographed,
good?
like
Yeah.
how's it look? So that's something. We'll have to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
But I get it. He's done it for so long. I feel like this show is so demanding too.
I mean,
a
if he
lot.
was working on the development of this for 3 years, he probably didn't do anything he wanted to do personally.
I was gonna say that's crazy though. You work on it for 3 years, you do season 1, and then you jump ship.
Yeah, I don't know.
But-
Maybe he's just comfortable. He thinks it's in good hands.
This happens all the time. What do
Yeah.
you mean?
No, I don't know.
He's the director of season 1.
No, he was the executive producer, so
Oh,
he
okay.
created the show with the other guy, Ryan.
Oh, this happens all the time.
but he's a
dude.
director, mainly. He
That's
directed.
probably why he's leaving. He's
Right,
going to
that's
work
what I'm
on other
saying.
pro-
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's nothing more than that. Seemed like a
yeah.
clean break.
I guarantee you he's still involved in some capacity.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll come back in future seasons to direct an episode or two. I think he just probably wants to be let go of all that like commitment as to the whole thing.
Well, I was thinking that maybe we should look into, not like in a TMZ aspect, but we should definitely try and see if there's something, be on the lookout for something on the horizon from him in a directorial.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's why he's leaving, guaranteed.
Yeah.
You don't leave a show that's this much of a hit right off the bat with 3 episodes out.
Right.
Because you don't have something big on the horizon. You know what I mean?
No,
He
that's
would've
a great
stayed.
point. Yeah. I mean, Sam, you're liking the House of the Dragon so far.
Yeah, so far so good. I like the character development so far.
Yep.
I especially like where they're going with Eamon.
Yes.
He's one of my favorite characters,
Mhm.
especially in this last episode, especially
Yeah.
when he goes into battle.
Yes, we'll talk about that in a minute. That was a good moment.
If I'm him, I was just thinking about this. So like obviously he hit with Game of Thrones. That's great. He made a bunch of money.
Sure.
Dude, what I'm doing, dude, or like an artist who drops like a banger album, dude. I'm dropping a banger album, banger season of TV, make my bag, you'll never hear my name again.
Yeah.
I'm making one hit album, that's it. Barry Sanders, retire on top. See you later, peace out. That's it.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that also plays in it where he saw what happened to David Benioff and them got shit on
Go
after
out on
that.
top, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw an interview with him too before it premiered, and they were like asking him, "What do you think fans are most looking forward to with this show?" And he's like, "How it ends."
Yeah.
So he might just be paranoid.
I mean,
of
listen,
that.
dude, even the
Screwing it up.
greatest fighters ever, you keep fighting, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about going out on top. That's the last impression the last image people have of you, you going out on top.
Yeah, he ushered it in, and now he's
Yeah.
kind of letting it go. But I mean, he's obviously going to be sorely missed. But I'm sure he's, like you said, he's going to come back and direct some episodes. So let's just get into it. Let's get on to this new
yeah.
episode here, episode 3 of House of the Dragon. This one was titled Second of His Name, obviously a reference to Aegon, who is the son of Viserys and Alicent.
Crab eater.
I mean, look at some of these shots. I mean,
Looks good.
that's a great shot right there.
That's
I
a
love
good
that
one.
one. That was a great
That's
scene.
spicy.
To me, all these episodes have been great. This might be my personal favorite. I just think it was very contained. It was all based around that hunt with the king,
hunt.
but so much like character stuff happened that I was really like happy with. A lot of like great shots too.
Sam, what did you think?
Yeah,
Well, I like the episode from the start. I really like how they just go right into it and
Yep.
like start with Rhaenyra and like how that tension with her father begins in the beginning of the episode when, he's asking her to do stuff and she's just very hesitant and just saying upright, I don't want to do this because it's not my duty, even though he's like, it is your duty to do this. Like
Yeah.
getting married, which is a big concept in this because she's becoming of age and she's not really the one to get married in
Yeah.
her eyes. And then as you move along, you start to see how when this stuff gets thrown on her, she just wants to run away. And obviously
Yeah.
she gallops away on the horse and her protector goes after her and they have that nice scene in the woods. And I really think something could come about between them two down the
yeah,
road.
definitely.
Yeah, I think that's a romance.
It's
that'll happen.
implied. We get a lot of stuff. I think they have to heavily imply in this show because of these time jumps.
Yeah.
So what did we have? We had 6 months between the first 2 episodes, and now this was 2
3
years.
yeah.
Because Aegon is his second birthday.
I mean, yeah, he's already...
I mean, listen, I like it because we're getting straight to it, and now we're starting to see that this first season, I think, is really just set up. I think they're giving you the boiling points, and then when season 2 comes along is when this huge conflict is probably going to come out.
It also doesn't feel rushed. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah,
these
yeah.
time jumps, but it's not like season 7 and 8 where you're like, what the fuck? You know,
Right.
people making the joke, Littlefinger's helicopter or something.
Yeah.
But like they established at the beginning of the show, like, no, we're gonna have these like time jumps. You know what I mean? So I think they do a good job with that. Just on this episode, I mean, it looked great.
Yeah.
Especially the battle with the fucking the crab eaters.
Yep.
I don't know. I just really like when Damon just goes out by himself.
Yeah. I
Just
think he
does-
had one line this whole episode.
I don't
Yeah.
even remember him talking.
Yeah.
But just like his facial expression, like he did a great job. He didn't even fucking talk.
Right.
And just I don't know. I feel like I love Damon, but I feel like Rhaenyra continues to and the actress who plays her continues to steal the. I'm gonna be a little sad when they fucking.
A lot of people on
Age
Twitter
her up.
are upset.
Dude, she's fucking awesome,
She's
dude.
really good.
She does a great job, and she's kind of a badass, dude. Like, she like kind of does the thing. The only thing about this episode, and like it wasn't bad, but it was just a lot of bitching from the king, Viserys. You know, a lot of, but like no, I understand like why, but like I don't know, it's just badass, dude. Like she came, like she fucking killed the boar.
Yeah,
he couldn't kill the stag that was lined up for him.
I love that shot when they're walking back into the camp and she just like looks at him. There's like no words. Everyone's watching her with the blood.
Dude, she's a badass, and it's kind of interesting too because she would by far be the best king.
Yeah.
But just because she's a woman, like it can't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think the point about Viserys is we're just seeing him starting to crack.
Oh,
now.
he's unraveling, dude.
That guy
Drinking.
is just about to blow up.
Dude,
yeah.
his face, Paddy Constantine, is that his name?
Yeah.
He does such a good job. His face, that just looks like a guy who's worn out
Yeah.
and just like is like, fuck. Like,
Every decision he makes is like second guessing.
I'm in
it.
impossible situations.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that came up to him and talked to him when he was drinking? You know, he kind of looked like a jester.
Big
almost.
guy? That was the council guy, right? Is that who you're talking
Oh,
about?
he
Yeah,
Came
yeah.
up and asked for like his opinion.
Yes,
on,
yeah.
I gotta say that scene really made that episode
Yeah.
because you can really tell that the king knows everything's falling apart. He doesn't have control of his daughters, and like a lot of people are starting to see his weakness and
Yep.
are gonna take advantage of that down the road.
That guy's reminded me of Mace Windu, where he's giving you all the right answers to Yoda,
Yeah.
but he's not listening.
I was going to say, this guy's like the only unbiased dude in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Like, he literally just wants to do his job. How about the king? And because everyone else has an angle.
Right.
Like, Otto's who's pimping out a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Otto's
Oh my
got
God,
no
I
shame.
forgot about that scene.
Otto's got no
Yeah.
shame. The actor who plays him does a great job. Just
He
his
does.
facial expression. Like, dude, Alison Hightower, like, her and Rhaenyra, like, that's,
Yeah,
later. I mean, from the trailer, but.
you got it. Nick, what'd you think?
Kind of a hot take.
Okay.
Well, I might agree with you. I don't.
So the episode on its own, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great. But I felt a little disturbed at the time jump. It kind of, like, I thought, okay, ready? We start right in the heat of a battle, right?
Yeah.
And I thought I missed an episode.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? For like
Right.
the first 10 minutes. And then I got into it. Now, you're totally, all three are correct. At least all three of you I agree with, in the sense that, like, the character development, I thought it was crazy to have. So, like, Game of Thrones, we've all seen Game of Thrones? Mm-hmm. Like, all of Game of Thrones?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
right.
yes.
Well, it's not,
No.
but, like, I rewatched the. Cause remember, I've been like playing in the back, rewatching it. So season 8, though, even though everybody hates it, the Battle of Winterfell and the one where they get Cersei's castle. I don't know what that battle's called.
Yep.
But those two, I've like replayed those two battles like over and over and over and over. I don't even care about the last like couple episodes or whatever. But like a good, well shot, like nicely written battle episode is so dope. Number one. To then also have it juxtaposed with this like King Venereal who like it's such a dichotomy between this like chaos that's going on with Damon
Yeah.
and then like how calm he is. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get involved and like all this other shit. And you're like, okay, but like save your brother's ass, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was so dope because, like I said to you last time, the family is where the heartstring.
Yeah.
When you pull those heartstrings like that, all of a sudden people come to each other's
Yeah.
aid, which I think is kind of a really cool theme of the show so far.
Yep.
I agree.
He was like, "Dude, please go help your brother," and then all of a sudden there's like 10,000
Yeah,
of them.
they're all going.
Oh, so cool! It was a great episode. No, I really liked that a lot. Like I really liked it a lot. And yes, what's her name there? Daenerys Jr.
Rhaenyra.
I love
She's
that
great.
she killed the boar. I thought that was
Yeah.
so
That
cool.
was dope.
And who was she? She was in the woods with
Kristen,
the
the-
one that she
Kristen
picked,
Cole.
right?
Yes.
Night. Yep.
Yeah.
There's something that's like progressively attractive about Rhaenyra. And not, I don't even mean the way, like just the attitude. Like I just really like her
No,
as a
she's
character.
she's like
I
a baddie.
really,
She's like
I really, really like her a lot.
Yeah.
I think she's fucking really way cooler than I thought she was gonna.
yeah,
be.
she's really cool.
I thought
She's more like level-headed, I think, than Daenerys was at that like age. Because even Daenerys was kind of questioning what to do. I feel like she's very like steadfast.
Well,
She,
and then
like,
rewatching Game of Thrones, not to go off topic too much, but Daenerys totally, she like lost her fucking mind.
Yeah, no, she lost her
yeah.
mind progressively.
Little crazy
A little
there.
power hungry.
I mean, even when she
But like in a mental, like she really thought she was doing good.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
there was any ill intent
Yeah, no.
behind it, but like she's
No,
a nutcase. dude.
right,
No, she's like, this is what I have to, what I have to do.
yeah,
But I will agree with you though. Like, I don't think it like made it worse at the time jump, but
Yeah.
I think I could have used like an episode, maybe two, in between those 2 years of maybe like Rhaenyra and Alicent kind of like separating.
Yeah, but then when you think
All
about it,
the
how
pressure.
boring would that shit be?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't care, but I'm saying if they
Right?
did
No,
that,
no, like I
would
don't
have been.
disagree with you.
Yeah.
I go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't.
No,
mean to
I
I'm
don't
not
like. I don't
disagree.
care, but like if they did that, like I wouldn't have been like opposed to it either.
If this
Right.
was Game of Thrones, the first episode of this
Oh, yeah,
season
dude.
would have been Viserys and Alicent getting engaged, and then they'd get married in episode 10.
Yeah.
like that's kind of the pacing of how Game
Oh,
of
this-
Thrones went.
we
Which
would-
you got to
yeah.
admit is kind of the pacing for a regular series. Like
Right.
that's the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's two things. I think there's so much they have to cover before we actually, because we haven't even gotten to the meat of what the show is going to be about.
Exactly.
I think they just have to do this.
So
yeah.
this is my concern for like this is where I landed. Right,
Yeah.
exactly what you just said. I appreciate you bringing me there. Are we going to miss too much? Like, was it worth starting it when they started it?
Yeah.
I also feel like maybe it's the cost of the show. I don't know what it is, but the days of having like a 10-season show,
Yeah.
it's kind of over.
Yeah, it's
especially for
kinda
these
over.
cinematic shows, like 5 seasons.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We
max.
talked about it with the boys. We're gonna do like maybe like 5 seasons of it, and then how much more of
Yeah.
this shit can you
Stranger
do?
Things. So this
Yeah.
will be the last season.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like
Like
it'll
the
be
big
that'll
shows.
be it.
What was it, Ozark 4 seasons?
Yeah.
Like the big
Yeah,
shows
4.
now are like,
You know,
5 seasons
but
max.
the days of like even The Sopranos had like a 6A, 6B,
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
season. It's not going to happen anymore. I
No.
don't think. So they kind of have to do these weird time jumps, and
Yeah.
I get it, but it definitely made me feel like, are we going to be asking too many questions? Are they going to have to make a whole new series about the shit that we
The
missed
in-between.
yeah.
in the in-between Dragon House
there's
of the
money to
Night?
be
But I
made.
mean, I guess,
Columbus.
like based on the story that they're adapting, nothing good enough happens in between there to tell,
I make
What?
shit up.
But hey, what happened when people made shit up not from the books and Thrones?
I went down.
That's where it got. So they could be just. I'd rather them like if they don't trust themselves to make up stuff that's not in the book. I'd rather them not.
So is this? Have you read you haven't read House of the Dragon books?
No.
I wonder if that's how these chapters go. Like if I was reading a book, does it go chapter 1, she's 2 years old, chapter 2, it's 3 years later? Like I feel like that'd be a very interesting
So like
thing.
Game of Thrones is like a novel.
Thank you.
But like normal. But this is like a novella, like history.
Oh, it's in
So
Spanish.
it's told, it's told from the perspective of someone else
Desde
telling
uno.
the history of the Targaryen.
Oh, like the Bible.
Yes.
Los
No,
huevos.
but honestly, like
I wasn't
that's
kidding.
kind of more like what it's like. Yeah.
I wasn't joking. That's-
But you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's not as detailed
Sure.
as the books were.
La
So
leche.
I don't know. I mean, listen, we've been good so far.
TBD.
You know?
I have hope.
Yes, I do.
I'm concerned
optimistic.
that for the future of the season at least that it's going to be too time jumpy because you on the last episode, go back and watch it, episode 12. On the last episode, you were saying how you thought they'd do a time jump like halfway through the season.
They do.
I know,
Yeah.
but they've also just done one on episode 3.
Right.
So like, how many are there
Yeah.
gonna be? Is she gonna be an old woman at the end of season 1? Like, I just don't get. Like, what are we doing?
I think the next episode is the last episode with young Rhaenyra.
That's fucked.
Really?
That's fucked
I think
up.
so. Or there's one more. I think it's halfway through,
That's
so maybe it's
fucked.
5.
Dude, she's the best fucking...
Yeah.
She's dope, dude.
Yeah, dude.
She's dope.
Her and Dave.
Well, they already aged up the Corliss's son, who rode in on the dragon at the end.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't count.
So I mean, listen, we'll see. I mean, we're still very early in this season, but it's been good so far.
It's been banger. Dude,
What-
I look forward to this it's like
I know.
appointment television. Like I have something to look forward to.
Like, who was the Crab King? Who was that guy?
He got fucked.
He did, but like, who was he?
Nice.
They called him a prince at one point.
I was going to make a point about the crab people.
Please make
Yes.
your point
Yeah,
about the
let me
crab.
what do
hear
you
it.
think? The crab people.
So I have a theory.
Okay.
Okay.
So you remember Game of Thrones, the scales?
No.
Like that
Grayscale.
Grayscale.
Yeah.
Grayscale.
I was going to say maybe that has something to do with why they have those masks on them.
Yeah, that looked like the Sons of the Harpy masks too,
I
didn't
I
it?
got those
yeah.
vibes with the horns.
Yeah.
It's just a theory.
Yeah. I mean, Sam, I'm with you.
Because like,
Sam,
it
we'll put
looks
it in
like
the crock pot. We'll
face-
let that one burn, you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like their faces are a little bit,
Fucked up.
No, there definitely something's
Demented.
going on
Fucked
there.
up.
Yeah, maybe they misinterpreted the grayscale thing. Like, the people who saw the grayscale thought it was like, they called them stone men, but
Yeah.
maybe if it was like a scaly, like a
Yeah,
fish
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
they just misinterpreted it.
Mhm.
Burn them all at the stake. Who cares?
Burn 'em all.
Yeah, I don't know if that's it for that plot line. I there's got to be some repercussions there going forward.
There's no way you introduce a character like that had that much screen time, like an hour worth of screen time. He was there,
Yeah.
the crab guy, and you're not going to ever bring any of that story back.
Yeah.
like that's crazy to me. Also, side note, one sentence that's it. The episode where they burned that little girl at the stake
Shireen.
made me want to
That
like
was fucked.
delete my HBO
Yeah.
subscription. That was like the most horrifying thing
Yeah, that was
I've ever seen in my life. That was very.
That was no
oh,
good.
dude, that was like the
And
worst
of
episode.
all the fucked things, Game of Thrones, that might be the worst one.
That one made it like eerily real. Like you watch a battle, you
Yeah.
see people like get their
Yeah,
heads chopped
no,
off. All this stuff. They didn't even show it. The girl just screaming there.
That was
Oh, dude,
Dude,
I have nightmares.
Stannis was whipped by Melisandre.
Dude, I like
yeah.
Stannis right up until then.
By an
Yeah.
old lady dressed like a young lady.
Yeah,
Nah, Melisandre, though.
she's good. Well, I mean,
All right.
connected to this, I forgot to bring this up too. There's been some casting rumors for season 2. I don't know if you saw this. I don't.
For House of the Dragon.
Yes.
Shut up.
They're
see
saying that 2 names. We
Okay.
know them. We know them both.
All right.
Do we love them?
Elizabeth Olsen, Wanda,
Okay.
WandaVision.
For
Okay.
what, a Targaryen?
Interesting.
They haven't said,
Okay.
and this is a big name, Henry Cavill.
For what?
wow.
They haven't said.
He's gonna be working in a gay
Yeah.
brothel.
Call Drago Part 2.
I could see him playing Aegon the Conqueror if they do flashbacks. However, he already plays Geralt in The Witcher with white hair. I feel like that's too similar.
No.
Fuck
So
The
if they
Witcher.
bring him in, I don't think he'd be. I hope he wouldn't be a Targaryen. I feel like that'd be weird.
Maybe he'll be a Lannister.
He's blonde, Henry Cavill. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, we did see the return of the Lannisters here.
What if he's a Baratheon?
He'd be a sick brat. With
He'd
the
be
beard.
such
Yeah.
a dope
He
Baratheon,
would.
dude. I love the Baratheons.
Well, here's
They're
the
cool.
thing.
I want to
though.
be a Baratheon.
They are
I'm just
cool. They
saying.
are cool.
One of the things that Game of Thrones has done well, and a lot of other shows, is they bring in not like no-name actors, but people who aren't like.
You'd be like, I've seen him
They're
in
like
something.
B-listers.
Yes, I
I've seen
feel
him in
like
that
bringing in a guy like Henry Cavill would be crossing that line a little bit, for me personally.
Fuck. If he's good, if he's right for the part,
Yeah.
fuck it.
But if they
No,
bring
but I
him in
agree.
just to have a name on the show,
Yeah,
I'd be
no.
pissed.
Yeah.
No, bring him in for the right reasons,
He'd
you know?
be such a cool Baratheon, dude.
He
Go
would.
into it
Now
for the
that
right
you got me
reasons.
thinking of like that Man of Steel when he's got the beard and the hairy chest, and he's just like, yeah,
On the boat.
Oh,
yeah, he'd be
Good scene.
dope.
Sam, you seen Men of Steel?
Of course.
Underrated
Yeah.
movie,
It's a
dude.
very good film.
It is.
I like it, man.
Uh,
Christian loves that movie.
But yeah, those are just rumors. Obviously, we'll see. We still got to finish this season. But,
Shout out Beansy.
Elizabeth Olsen. I mean, she's amazing. I'd love to see her in this.
She's amazing in every way.
Yeah,
What do you think she'd play?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Well, yeah. Unless they,
I don't know.
I mean, see, I don't really know any characters that haven't been introduced yet. So Could be anyone. Could be Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah,
right?
I figured that was coming.
Anyway, what's before we move on to this next topic? What's your favorite episode, Ben, out of the 3 so far, Sam?
I'd say this last one for sure.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like there's a lot going on with the battle, and then also with the family itself, like Viserys and his daughter. Like, there's just a lot to unfold in that episode, especially if you look at it from different scenes throughout the episode. Like, in the beginning, you got the battle, and then it cuts right to Viserys and Rhaenyra, how that starts going, and then it goes back to the battle, and then back to Rhaenyra, and it's a lot to unpack there, and I just love it.
But before we go to you, over under 50%. We get Viserys goes out before episode 5 because he seems like he's going down.
Oh, dude, I know he's such.
We got 2 episodes left before 5.
Pussy. I can't. And then he's like not a pussy, but like he's kind of pussy.
Like I could definitely.
I don't think he'll
So
make it out of this
frustrating.
season.
No, yeah, I agree.
Episode 5, that's like right around.
How many? Do we know how many there's supposed to be total? Like in
Seasons?
No. Episodes in the
10.
season.
Because
100%.
Yeah.
Because they'll definitely have like a big shocking moment death this season.
And it has to be midway through.
Yeah.
I'm saying 6 or 7.
I mean, typically the episode 9 is the big Game of Thrones. If they continue
But
that tradition,
they gotta lead up with the big story.
I'm-
I feel like the king is so.
I'm going to
pussy.
say
Yeah.
episode 5 or 6.
okay, that's around when Robert dies, right?
Yeah,
In
no,
the
I
first
think, yeah.
season.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
Robert Baratheon is not the. He's not the main point of
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, right? So like everybody was like, "Oh my god, what a shocking moment! Robert Baratheon's
No,
died. The king's dead."
Yep.
But then you're like,
That's when shit started happening when Robert
Yeah.
died.
Well,
you could've
'Cause then,
figured-
then all the vultures came down. That's
Yeah.
when shit, you know what
Well,
I mean?
he even says it, yeah, because in Game of
They're
Thrones,
setting it up, I mean.
Robert named Ned his heir, and the minute Robert died, Cersei ripped that shit up. So you know
Yeah,
that the minute he
Ned.
dies,
Oh, everyone's
Otto is
coming.
gonna immediately
He's going to take
yeah.
over.
Well, you're going to have Otto, you're going to Rhaenyra, Daemon's going to do
That's
something.
I
No,
think
The Sea Snake, fucking everyone's going to be.
the Mad King that Robert Baratheon conquered. What was his name?
Aerys,
Aerys what?
like
Burn them all.
last name
Yeah.
Targaryen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the Targaryens are currently the rule. Like it's venereal Targaryen, right?
Yes,
Disease.
there's
Targaryen.
not going to be a non-Targaryen until Robert.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is my point. So, like, where, like, is that where this show is going to? Not this season, but is that where this show is supposed to end, so that you could watch this and then go right into Game of Thrones?
I'm
'Cause,
actually
like,
not sure.
If you think about it, the first episode opens with 100. It says 172
72 years,
before
yeah.
the birth of Daenerys Targaryen.
Yep.
So
I mean, with the time jumps they're doing,
that's
yeah.
kind of what I'm saying. Like, they jumped 2 years in one episode.
Yeah.
So, like, what are we doing?
I agree.
don't know.
I think it's going back to Master Aemon in Game of Thrones, how he said
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about the downfall of his house.
Yep.
So I think that's what this show is going to do. It's going to
Yeah.
lead up to that. I just don't know how long it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them even if they, finish this plot line, starting to be more of an anthology thing where they maybe push forward a bunch of years and then they go to like what you're saying there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Matt, favorite episode?
Yeah, favorite up.
I would say episode 1.
Okay.
Just because
yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this is going to be good. Like, when it said 172 years before Daenerys Targaryen, like, there was movement.
Yeah.
Dude, I say that all the
Like-
time. Did you just say that on your own? Do you
Yeah,
say
no,
that?
I just said that on my own, yeah.
Dude, I say that
Wow.
all the time.
Really?
It's so fun because I knew exactly what you meant, and I was like, "Oh, I say that." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
That's funny because I was gonna say there was movement. I swear to Christ,
There was movement.
that's so funny.
They moved.
Matt and I are bonding.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the arms.
What's your favorite app?
I not kidding. I was gonna say episode 1. I
Yeah.
think I only
Yeah.
because of the I love a good battle like secret, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
But this, there was we built this up so much.
Mm.
We've been talking about this since I think
Yeah.
episode 1 or 2. Like it's been weeks, dude. Weeks and weeks and weeks of talking about this House of the Knights of Columbus, the Dragons.
Yeah.
It's been crazy, and I really am enjoying it. It's really good so far.
I just wait on that battle. I feel like every season of Thrones is always one. Starting with season 2, there's one big ass battle.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm sure we're gonna be getting
What
that.
about you, RJ? What's your favorite episode?
3. I agree with Sam.
Oh,
this
nice.
one has been my favorite.
Cool.
But 1 is great too. I mean, it was a hell of a pilot.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's good
So there's
stuff.
only been a couple episodes. Speaking of
Pilots, yeah.
Speaking of a couple of whoa,
2.
pilots.
Yeah, I've seen 2. I've seen both. What?
I hope you've seen both.
I've
if I
watched
only
them on
got
the plane. Unfortunately, I didn't want to, but I had to. I had no other choice. The Rings of Power. We've been talking about this for a while, and it's finally here. Sam, you haven't seen these episodes, so we won't go into heavy spoilers, but there's not much to spoil here. It's a lot of exposition.
There's really nothing to
Nick
plot
died.
you can give away.
Well, yeah, we're going to get into it. Most of it's a lot of fucking visuals, like we were talking about before. Let's start with what we liked about this, because, Matt, we haven't talked about this yet.
Short list. Go ahead.
Oh, wow.
What I
okay.
liked, I thought it looked
Yep.
beautiful. You know, movie budget, most expensive show ever. You can tell with a lot of the shots were beautiful. So yeah,
That's about it.
Like I said, short list.
All right.
I like the dwarf.
Don't strain yourself.
The dwarf
I
guy.
agree, Durin.
I like Durin. I like the scene when they were hitting the rocks.
I think the second episode...
I mean, there's nothing happened.
Nothing.
Go.
Well,
Go ahead.
I agree with you. I think the second episode was much better than the first. I like Durin and Elrond's
I like the first
dynamic.
one better.
Loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
to
was the best part for me.
To me, Elrond is the best part of the show so far
Young
in terms
Ned.
of a character.
I hate who's the
yeah.
chick? What's the chick's
Galadriel?
name? Blonde?
Galadriel.
Hate her. Can't stand her. I can't
Yeah.
stand her.
You know what's weird about her?
Yeah,
Everything.
It's like her mouth doesn't move when she talks. Have you noticed?
Everyone is like that.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing is CG for $500 million an episode. I want to stab everyone who's involved in
You know
this
who
thing.
I hate too is the kid. The little kid
Oh,
with the sword.
fuck that kid. That kid's a fucking serial killer, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
Little kid with the
All right,
sword.
actually,
The
I
one
take it
that
back.
has the broken black sword that he finds.
The kid of the
definitely watched
hut,
both episodes.
dude. By far, the best part of the show is the woman, the girl, the nice housewoman. No, she is though. She saves the show. Without her, I'm out, dude. I'm serious.
Really? Because I really like the dwarf guy.
No,
Like the
he's
dwarf
cute.
Prince.
Durin,
He's cute.
yeah.
Prince.
But dude, I don't know. I got something for like.
I
with,
feel like I related to him.
Yes,
I'm
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I'm like, no, RJ, screw you. And then I'm like, yes, come on over with the Red
Yeah.
Bull. That's fine. Like, that's totally me, dude. I love
the
that
dwarf's
guy.
good.
He's
Yeah.
dope.
the Iranian woman, she's the best part of the show.
Wow.
She
yeah.
should disown her son though.
Which
the kid's a fucking little
He's
twerp.
the girl that the elf, what's his name?
Andorin.
Yeah, Andorin,
Whatever
the
the fuck.
elf who was a soldier and he got dispatched.
Did I miss this? How did I miss
She's
The
the, best
black
part,
elf.
dude. She's lovely.
Black Elf?
He's got the bow. He's in green.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
he go-
kind of cool. The guy that
I
milked,
like
he
him.
milked
He's
the
stoic.
cow. He
Yes,
milked the
stoic.
cow.
He's not a character in the books, but I like him so far.
By the way, Sam, now you don't have to watch anything because me saying milk the cow was the final. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Like, there's nothing happens in 2 episodes. By the way,
Yeah,
500,
it is
500
very
million.
slow.
Honestly,
So
dude,
we'll start at episode 3.
Sure,
well,
you
honestly,
could.
dude, it's-
you could not watch it and then just come in here and we'll say like 3 random sentences every week, and you'll just know what you missed.
it's mid as fuck.
Sounds good.
It is.
Nothing
The
happened.
writing isn't impressive right now in comparison to House of the Dragon. Though we said the visuals, I mean, like, it looks beautiful. It looks like a movie.
It looks like a video game.
I don't know. I mean, I thought the visuals were pretty good.
I don't think video games are bad, but they don't look like people, dude. You know me.
The people?
You know
The
me.
people are
dude.
real.
And that's the unfortunate part
Yeah.
that they look the way that they do. You know me, dude. I like
Yeah.
Goodfellas, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction. I
Right.
like stories where it's gritty, fucking looking like you're right there. Like it looks not so much so that you think it's being filmed like on an iPhone, like you're watching a Facebook video, but like everything looks. It's cinema. It's real. Like it's a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
It's cinema. It's a thing. This is so perfectly done. Like this is so like. It just looks like, and I don't like when the camera goes where a camera can't go. I don't like that shit. It's never, and you'll note,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't like that look. I like a very grounded, weighted kind of like camera, and I feel like House of the Dragon does this. Game of Thrones did this. Obviously, like The Sopranos and them, they all do it. But like this is like the camera is just this like computerized, floating, fucking. You can tell everything had to have been shot on a blue screen. It just makes me want to vomit. I don't like
Yeah.
it. Feels like a roller coaster ride the whole show.
Yeah. I mean, there are some good, like, exterior shots.
Fuck it.
Like, from
They're not real. They're not real.
No,
Middle Earth
no,
doesn't
no.
exist, so fuck it. I don't care. This is what I'm trying to explain. House of the Dragon, I feel like it's somewhere I could buy a
Yes.
plane ticket and I could go visit.
And you feel like
yeah.
you could touch it. It's real. You know
really
what I mean?
real. This feels
could-
like, oh, this would be cool if I wasn't asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man,
No,
I can't
tripping
stand
on
it,
acid.
dude.
No, it's not close to House of the Dragon.
No,
That's
it's
just,
not.
Like it
But
released,
it's the most expensive show
I know.
ever made, man.
It's
Yeah.
a fantasy show released at the same time. Like,
Listen, I'm a big we're all Lord of the Rings fans.
Absolutely.
I went into this with low expectations.
fuck
I
no.
didn't hate it. I didn't
I-
love it, but like I'm gonna tune in. I liked it enough to tune in to the next episode.
I mean,
if
we
it
get
wasn't my job to watch it, I probably wouldn't
Sure.
watch it.
Sam, well, you grew up on Lord of the Rings. You're a big
Yep.
fan. Do you have interest in watching this?
I mean, after hearing what you guys were talking about, probably not.
Might have to wait.
I mean, Nick's saying it's literally like a video game. It looks
Listen. I struggled through. I'm a Star Wars guy, not a Star Trek guy. I'm gonna like traditionalist, like Star Wars guy. I don't give a shit about the canon or the cartoons in the middle or any of that bullshit. Like, I'm dramatic. Okay, if you really like Lord of the Rings, you might like it.
Yeah.
But Game of Thrones, the first episode, season 1, episode 1 is kind of confusing, especially if you've never read the books like me.
Yeah.
But that was easier to follow than this shit. Like it's
idea
like there's
what's going on.
so much being thrown at you, and
Yeah.
like they have to tell the story. And the map sequence, you're going over the map. This was called Middle Earth, and then we went over here.
I like the prologue.
Yeah, like I just want. I was like, all right, I'm over it. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the campaign to start. You know when they give you that? Like I feel like the
Yeah,
whole
that's a
thing,
great point.
the
That's true.
whole fucking
Yeah.
thing is like that lead up, and then all of a sudden you just got the guy standing there like this, waiting for you to press X.
Yeah.
To start. Like it's just fucking bullshit. I can't, dude. The whole
That is true.
the whole thing. Now I did get a little lost in the sauce, and I really did like episode 2. I was sitting there going, I fucking love the dynamic between these dwarves and this
Yeah.
guy. That's
Yeah,
it. It's
that
about
was good
15
shit.
fucking minutes of the
That was
second
good
episode. Wait,
shit.
it took me 2.5 hours to get to that point. All
That
right,
was good shit.
that's
Yeah.
it. That's all I'm
The
saying.
little Hobbit girl annoys me too.
I love her, dude. I love her.
Well,
her
the
and the
hobbits
giant.
though didn't
it's-
exist at this time. That's
it's
the
the
issue.
The halflings.
Yeah, I couldn't care less. Without the hobbits, I wouldn't watch the fucking show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, without spoiling too much. So this isn't a big spoiler, but at the end of the first episode, some fucking meteor hits. Some
giant
guy comes out.
I
What is
know
it?
you're
The
gonna say.
dinosaurs?
Yeah.
He comes out and he was flaming. Let me tell you.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think we can all agree they're heavily implying that's Gandalf.
It's Gandalf.
But I don't know. Is it Gandalf? Because I think they could be misdirecting.
Well, he
and,
whispers to the fireflies.
and that when he when he gets up and the like wind starts
Yeah.
blowing like Gandalf. I wouldn't be surprised though if it's a misdirect. Because you know how
I don't fucking.
you know how when they touch the fire, she says it's not hot.
Yeah.
Remember in the first episode, Galadriel's walking through. They have the torches, and she's like, our flames aren't
Yeah.
warm." I'm wondering, could that be Sauron?
I'm rooting for Sauron.
Yeah,
You
because
know.
they're searching for Sauron. That's basically the plot. Is they know he's out there, but they don't know where he is.
Dude, the power this guy has, and he never fucking shows his face.
I
He's
mean, it
just in
could
the-
be Saruman too. I mean,
Yeah, evil
it's
Gandalf.
definitely this person is important.
yeah.
Or his sister Sarah Woman.
Yeah. Jeez. But yeah, I mean, they seem to be heavily implying that it's
can't stand this fucking
it's
show.
Gandalf. Even
Yeah,
with a
man.
lot of the shots they do, the close-ups and stuff. We'll see.
Dude, does
I'm
anyone
intrigued.
ever have sex in Lord of the Rings?
No,
Like, dude-
and I'm glad though. You
No,
you
I'm
want it?
not.
Oh,
I
jeez.
want.
I don't think
the fucking,
Tolkien would have wanted that.
What's
This
her
is
name?
part of the reason I liked episode 1 of the other of House of the
Yeah,
Dragon.
man.
Dude.
Fuck.
It's so like human nature, bro. Like it's so real to be like, let's go have an orgy. Like
know?
that's so dope.
Like, you know, the elf and like the woman I like. Like that was a great moment.
When they
he
kiss
goes,
each other?
I've said like everything. I've said it a million times
Oh,
without
yeah.
saying it. You know what they should have done after? They should have went inside the shack and fucked. And they should have, you know. But no, fucking Lord of the
But
Rings.
Lord of the Rings doesn't have.
Yeah, fuck. Why?
yeah, why?
Because Tolkien's a good Christian man.
Ah, blow me with that. Give me.
That sounds like a pretty rough. Okay.
No,
I'm going to say this
Yes,
about
Sam.
Matt because we say this all the time
I
about
know what
Matt.
you're gonna say.
Oh no.
You know this quote,
Yep.
right?
No, I don't know.
Matt likes anything that
oh.
walks on 2 legs and has a badge.
No, that's no. Come on, it's not.
There he is,
No, it's,
Jimmy.
no, it was a good show. You know.
It doesn't sound like.
No, I
Listen,
it's okay.
you have to go into this show like we went into the sequel trilogy with Star Wars. It's fan fiction at this point. They don't have the rights to the book that it's actually supposed to be based off, so they're playing around a lot here.
It's an expensive fan fiction, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want? You know, and listen, they made the fucking show. It's on there. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch
Yeah,
it too.
you know what I'm
It'll
saying?
never be worth the budget.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
I like enough of it, like I said,
It's okay.
to continue to watch.
It's okay. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really. There's nothing that's like grabbing me. Like you have to tune in next
It's too
week.
mediocre based
mid.
on the budget and the IP of
Kirk
Lord of
Cousins.
the Rings. Yeah.
It's not. It's so there's nothing grabbing me. You have to tune in next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Versus House of the Dragon. I'm thinking about it fucking all
yeah.
day.
There he is. There's Sauron. Great shot. I mean, like I'm saying, like
No, it
shit
looks
like
nice.
this. I
Yeah.
mean,
But all the dope shots happen in the prologue.
I know the prologue's nice.
There's a
Look,
good-
wait, we're gonna
like that
take. We're gonna take a map. Here we go.
And this was called Middle Earth.
Yeah.
And then there was some dragons. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. I just watched the whole show about House of the Dragons. Okay. What is this? Field of the Dragons? What do we call Mountain of the Dragons? What is this?
Listen, the Eagles there.
I guess I had
Jalen
higher
Hurts.
hopes. I know you said you had no expectations for this, but I had no expectations when I watched The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and I actually really enjoyed it. Surprisingly, I really
All right, but you
enjoyed
want
it.
to talk about a video game? That's The Hobbit. With
Yeah,
all that
CGI
CG.
fest. Yeah.
They have CG
you-
characters.
Are you telling me, honestly,
Yeah.
that you don't think this show looks like it's a
No, I'm
computer
saying
sim?
it looks way better than The Hobbit did.
Okay. Okay.
There was a CGI dwarf in The Hobbit. Why?
Okay.
Why does a dwarf need to be CGI?
Not a big Hobbit guy.
I like
I
the
like
first
Lord
one.
of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the
Lord
Rings.
of the
Yeah.
Rings. I liked it.
OG.
Yeah.
Regulators. Mount up.
Well, we'll see if it improves. We get
Nice.
the question of the day
All right,
now.
let's go.
Um,
Sam, you ready for this? This is.
yeah, I thought of this today at work.
Oh, nice. Woodman's.
What is the best book-to-screen adaptation? So anything based off a book. You don't have to have read the book. But, you know, there's so many movies and
It's a
shows.
TV
You can
show
be a
or
show,
movie?
too. So it could be Thrones. I got a few names I'll rattle off here. So obviously we just talk about the Lord of the Rings.
You can rattle the names off, but then you got to pick one first.
I will. Game of Thrones, Harry Potter,
Mm-hmm.
Fight Club, Blade Runner. These are just a few. Shutter Island, all good
Godfather.
books.
Love
Goodfellas,
Shutter Island.
Godfather.
The Godfather. I mean, so many. My pick, to me, it's a no-brainer. I got to go with the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The first
Okay,
three.
wait. The question is, and this is the question that you wrote
Yeah.
in the thing. What is the best book to screen adaptation?
Sure.
Do you mean accurate or do you mean your favorite?
Highest quality, maybe. Best
Do you-
transition.
The most accurate, because the book is the book, and that's the Bible. That's the thing.
Right.
So, like,
But that's assuming you've read the book.
No.
Well, I've read The Lord of the Rings.
no, the book came first.
Yeah.
Book to screen.
Right.
So when you say what is the best, are you asking what is the most accurate? Or are you asking what is our favorite?
I'm saying probably favorite, because
Interesting.
as long as it's good,
Interesting.
you know? Because Blade Runner, the book, is nothing like the movie. There's, like, elements there.
Interesting.
The
Okay.
go-
Answer
you know?
your
For
I
question.
mean, yeah.
For me, it's like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. I think Lord of the Rings was the hardest one to do. At the time they did it in the early 2000s, in
Yeah.
like the massive like scale Lord of the Rings had those
Yeah.
battle scenes, and to be able to do it like so flawlessly and go 3 for 3, 3 huge epics. I think that was like, you know, the best one that
Yeah.
was done. But my favorite is Game of Thrones because I think they're. I mean, if we're just talking purely the book material and we're stopping, like when the book stopped.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
is pretty
fucking money,
faithful.
dude. And
Yeah.
they're both so good. I honestly, after I read the books, I'm like, I don't know which I like better.
I mean, listen, Harry Potter too. I mean,
Goblet of Fire.
It does differentiate from the books a little bit, but they didn't make a bad movie in my opinion.
No.
in eight movies,
They
you know,
really didn't. The books
which
are
is
money,
pretty
too.
impressive.
Yeah.
Sam, you got one?
I'd say I'd have to agree with Lord of the Rings
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, I grew up watching those. You know that from the
Yeah,
past.
yeah, of
Me
course.
and Luigi used to watch those. Luigi, my cousin, shout out
Yeah,
to you.
Luigi's.
Luigi's your cousin?
Yeah.
Dude,
My
we got to
cousin.
get Luigi in here.
Yeah, his review of Lord of the Rings, he's 50-50. He doesn't like that the elves have slick back hair. That's what he said. It's
Okay.
true. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think
They're
just
greasy. What are you going to do?
just the
Italian elves.
on-screen, you know, just seeing everything from a visual
Yeah.
standpoint, like for movies that were made in like the early 2000s. Oh my god,
Yeah.
No,
like
it's crazy.
I think they were ahead of their time.
Oh, 100%.
So just by that alone, I'd say it has to be Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I mean, we all know Nick's answer here.
What is it?
The Godfather.
So Godfather would be my favorite.
Okay.
I think Harry Potter is the most accurate. They used, for the first movie, they used the first book as the script. It is, you could go
Yeah, yeah,
page
yeah.
by page. If you watch that movie and you read the book, you're getting like an auditory, like an audio.
Yeah,
book.
it's like a 2 hour and 40-minute movie.
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
It's very long.
Like
That's good.
and as an adaptation, it is a fantastically accurate.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling was on set the entire time. Like it was, dude. They
Verbatim.
said, I'm just saying, it's a cool like behind the scenes thing.
Mm-hmm.
They said that they use real candles floating from the ceiling
Yes.
by fishing
That's
line,
wild.
and
Yeah.
they were burning through the fishing line and falling on the actors
That's
during the scene. It was great. I mean,
Yeah.
the cast said that when they walked into that hall, that they literally were like, "This is," and they really wanted to put the cast because they were also young. They wanted to put the cast in that world. I thought that was the coolest thing. I don't know. From a
mean,
movie making
such a
standpoint.
Harry
nostalgic
Potter. I mean, that's such a achievement.
Yeah.
You know, all those movies.
Whether you like the wizard or
Yeah.
wizard stuff or not, like you can't deny. Like there's a reason that there's billions of dollars in
popular.
revenue.
Yeah.
Like they are amazing. That's an incredible story. Godfather though is nothing like the book. I don't know if you've ever read Mario.
Well, I
Puzo's
haven't read
Godfather.
it, but I've heard it's one of the rare occurrences where the movie is way better than the book.
So better is one. To believe it or not, it's what's a Godfather, like 3 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yep.
The book does some time jumps, and then there's some alternate storylines, and then there's some like weird Tom Hagen stuff, and there's some other stuff. It's like
They cut out the fat in the movie.
they really tighten it up in that
Yeah.
movie, believe it or not, and it's still 3 hours. But like,
Yeah. I mean, that's honestly how I feel about Fellowship of the Ring too. They kind of cut out a lot of that fat in
Thomas
the movie too.
Bardell stuff.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
whole
Bombadil,
chapter.
yeah.
That's what happens.
But no, I mean, The Godfather.
it's the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other ones. Dune.
What a shit
yeah.
ass fucking waste of
know.
money.
To me, Dune though, I don't know if we'll ever get. You haven't read the book. I don't think we'll ever get a movie that justifies the book because
Yeah.
I remember reading that book. It's a fat book. I read that in like a week. I couldn't put it
How
down.
about Tron Legacy?
That's not based on a book. I don't think. No.
Witcher?
The Witcher,
There you
based
go.
on a book. I don't like the books, and the show is boring to me too.
Watchmen.
Watchmen, yeah. I mean that. Yeah, now
it's a
we're getting in
great
the.
film.
I mean, yeah, we could get into the comic book range. I
That's
didn't even think of that. Yeah.
graphic novel.
Graphic
How
novel.
dare you?
Sorry. Yeah. 300 is based on a graphic novel.
Okay, that's
too.
another. Honestly,
Yeah.
have you watched 300 recently?
No.
Okay, because I never saw it when it first came out, and I watched it recently, and I was like, "This is dog shit."
Yeah, I don't like Zack Snyder's visuals in those movies. It's
No,
a
he
little
got
jarring.
but young director at the time. Whatever
Yeah.
you're gonna do, like he's way better now, obviously.
Yeah. Some would disagree.
You don't like? Did you watch the black and white Avengers Endgame?
Justice League.
Justice League. Listen to me.
Why did it-
You know I'm not a superhero guy. I'm suffering through this Lord of the Rings bullshit for you, for your show that I produce, for you. Why don't you just let me have something?
All right.
Knights of Columbus, do
I
me a
gotta ask
favor.
you a question though. The black and white version of Justice League added something to you? Why did that movie need to be in black and white? I watched the regular colored version. Why do I need to see Superman in black and white?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think you're just doing it from the film side. Black and white is.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's almost like I do
Yeah.
this for a living.
I'm just
fucking-
saying, like Nightmare Alley. I
Okay,
understand
that one- yeah, that
because
one
it's
I
a noir movie.
Yeah.
It's like the lighting, but to me, Justice League, it's still a CGI porn fest. Like, why does that need to be? In
Oh,
black?
so that's called. You consider that a CGI porn fest, but this new fucking Rings of Power thing, you think that it doesn't look like a video game? You useless fucking. I can't fucking stand you. This is the last episode. We're done. Sammy, thanks for joining us. We're out. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if I just shut everything
All I'm
off
saying
right now?
is, I don't think there needed to be a black and white Justice League.
Okay, fine. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think it took that
I
much
do
out
like the Snyder cut, though. I did like that, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, any closing thoughts? Obviously, we'll be back next week for episode 4 of House of Dragon, and what is it? Episode 3 of Lord of the Rings. So now we got that going. We got 2 shows rolling.
Sam, thanks for joining us today, bub.
Yeah, thank
Absolutely.
you, Sam.
Sam, it was a
Thanks for having
pleasure.
me.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, that'll do it for this episode. Leave a comment. What's your favorite book to screen adaptation?
Might want to subscribe, maybe. Who
Maybe
knows?
subscribe,
Just so
too.
we can
Like and
continue the
subscribe.
show.
Do
we'd like
one,
to
the other,
continue.
do
Just
all of
do
it.
it,
anything.
friends.
Anything.
You
Like,
know,
comment,
Anything
subscribe.
and everything. It takes literally 3 muscles. Just click the fucking button for us. Thanks. Appreciate it.
But yeah, we'll be back next week, guys. This is the Movie Mob Podcast. How you doing?